So, yeah.
Okay, so I don't know exactly what's going on out there in the universe, but there's really major stuff that's happening. And so I'm thinking today, we should do a little activation, some activation work to keep us in alignment with whatever's going on out there and help us to, zip along with the changes that are taking place. Now, one of the things I wanted to talk about was lighting candles. Okay, who lights candles?
I do. I got 2 lit right now.
Okay. Okay, there's a teaching that says that you should always light a candle from another candle. Okay? So I usually always take and get some taper candles. And then, of course, I only use the jar candles because Bill's tried to burn the house down too many times. So I use these because I can get them at the dollar store.
I do
for a
too.
buck a piece. And they burn just as well as the $10, $15 jar candles, okay? Now, what is the point in burning candles? Why do we do it?
I do it to kind of help clear the energies around me, to kind of get rid of negative thoughts and to remind myself of the light. That's why I do it.
Yeah, it's the extension of the eternal flame. Okay, the eternal flame is what God is. Okay, God is the eternal flame or the eternal flame of light, the essence, the energy. So when you light a candle, you are connecting to that essence and to that energy, and you are like linking up, so to speak. Okay. Now, I studied candle magic before I studied any other types of magic. And candle magic is pretty neat. It also has to do with things like you can get a candle, you can even use one of these, or you can get any, and you could like write your name down on it. Okay. And you could ask that this candle be for a blessing, a specific blessing for me. Or you could put somebody else's name on it that maybe you're wanting to send some light and love to, some healing to. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. And then, of course, I always like to do I am earth, I am air, I am fire, I am water. I am earth, I am air, I am fire, I am water. I am earth, I am air, fire, I am water. Okay, now what you're doing is you are anchoring the 4 quadrants of the circle. So, and I know there's a way I can do this on this, I'll have to practice. But if we drew a circle, I don't have a pad here. I just have a small one. Okay, and you divided it into the 4 quarters. You would have north, south, east, and west. Okay, these are the 4 quarters. Earth, air, fire, and water. Okay. Earth is north.
Yeah, Jeff.
You didn't get
the link? Okay, let's see if I can forward my link to you.
No, wait. Air is across from fire. So earth is north. Air. Fire.
Let's see.
Water. Water is west. and air is east.
There's these. Okay, yeah, Deb Martin didn't get a link, so I'm trying to forward my link to her. Sorry.
Well, it's okay. I can't wait for her. So she'll just get here when she does.
Okay.
Okay, so if we look at the 4 quarters and we say, okay, this is also the sign of the cross. Okay, this is what the Christians use.
Okay, Deb, I forwarded it. See if it'll work.
This is their symbolism. Okay, the 4 directions is their symbolism. The symbolism is used in so many things. The symbolism is used in a map for us to find directions. The symbolism is used in the astrology chart to give us quadrants. Okay, so the 4 directions are very prominent in everything. I watched a show on TV the other day, the History Channel. I think it had to do with the cornerstones that were laid out for the Capitol by the founding fathers. Okay, and there were cornerstones that were set there for the 4 directions. Okay, which, by the way, they haven't been able to find them all. But so these 4 quadrants are very important. Earth, air, fire, water is very important. Okay, I am earth. Then I let myself sit there and I feel what that feels like. When I say I am earth, I feel that energy of what that feels like to be earth. If I can't do it indoors, then I go outdoors. So I can feel what it feels like to feel like being earth. I am air. What that energy feels like I can feel the air right here because I have the fan going slowly. So I can feel the air in here. I am fire. I have my candles going. I have that fire of the sun, that fire that keeps us warm. That fire is necessary. That light is necessary. And I am water. We are made up of 2/3 of water. Okay, we lose the water in our body and we're just out of here. Okay? We are made up of these 4 elements, as is everything else on earth. And this is why they're so sacred. Okay? This is why they're used in every earth religion on the planet. Every earth religion. Whether it's the Native Americans or the Amazonians or the people in Indonesia, it doesn't matter where. These are used in all religions. Okay, so we have to understand that we may not know and understand why behind everything. The more important thing is that we understand what works. Okay? I've had people ask me for a long time, it's like, why do you do rituals? I say, I do rituals because they work. Okay? Bottom line, they work. Okay? Well, you got to know more than that. No, I don't. Because I have made them work in my own life. I am living proof that they work. I don't have any need to prove to somebody else anything. Okay? All you have to do is look at my life and see how my life has gone, and you can see that these things have worked. Okay? Magic is what we are. Magic is not what we do. We are magic. Each one of us is magic. Okay? The energy that we are is magic. Our thought process is magic. Our emotions are magical. Think about it. You walk into a room, you're the shy one, and everybody's already had a couple of drinks and they're partying down. And you can feel that change in energy there when you walk into the room. I sat on an airplane one time with this lady. Oh my God. I was in the seat next to her and I went to sit down next to her and I was like, oh my God, I hope I don't have to stay here. The walls that this lady had put up from the fear of me being there was enough to make me throw up. I was like, I am no threat. I'm just another person sitting in the seat right here. Okay. But people have become so fear-based about everything. Okay. You're not going to like me. Or if you like me, you're going to want something from me. Or if, and so my husband helped me get out of the or ifs altogether. I don't care about the or ifs anymore. Okay. I don't care about the what ifs. I don't care about the or ifs. If I make a choice and I decide to do something, then I'm going to live with it. I'm not going to go back and question it 2 weeks later. I'm not going to go back and question it 2 years later. Okay. This was my choice. So I go from there. And the reason we're talking about this is because this is your choice. To be a spiritual being is your choice. It is a God-given right, but it is not put upon you. It is a decision that you make. Okay? Because it was free will was given to us so that we could choose. Now, I personally have surrendered entirely to my spiritual path. My life had no meaning to me anymore the way it was. I was done. If this is what life is, I said, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't like it. It's not serving any purpose that I could see. And so when I surrendered, then I started understanding that I am too responsible for how I feel about things, how I think about things, what I put into action and what I don't. Okay? Like it's not okay for me to throw a rock at you and then say, oh, I didn't really mean to do that. That's not okay. If I threw the rock at you, then I must have intended to do that, or I would not have done it. So denial is not a good thing when you're into your spirituality, okay? Okay? We are mind, body, soul, and spirit. Once again, coming back to the 4 quadrants, okay? Mind, body, soul, and spirit. Okay? The spirit is the pure essence of light that you are. The spirit is where you came from and where you will be returning. Your soul is your record keeper. Your soul is your Akashic record. Now I see people throw that term around all the time too, you know. Everybody knows about the Akashic. They don't know about the Akashic. They don't even understand that their soul is their own personal Akashic record, let alone understanding the soul as a collective consciousness. So if I don't know how to tap into my own Akashic, I can't tap into anybody else's either. So me saying it doesn't make it so. Okay? When it got the name the Akashic, I'm not sure. But when I learned myself about what stuff was, it was the soul. Okay? My own record keeper, or another name, my own book of life. This is a big deal, your book of life, because you haven't just been around one lifetime. You've been around a number of lifetimes. Okay, what would be the point? Somebody tell me, what would be the point to be born and to be die at 80 some years of life and that to be it? What would be the point? Go ahead.
I think one of the main points is for us to learn as much as we can each lifetime and to work on the lessons, the big lessons that we come in with, and to continue to make progress with them.
So that we don't have to keep doing it.
Amen.
Okay. Reincarnation is about keeping doing the same thing over and over. All right, people say, I've been with these same people forever. Yeah, you have. Aren't you tired of it yet? Don't you want to be someplace else yet? No, when I die, I still want everybody I know to be there, and I still want us all to come back together. And I'm like, well, good for you. That's not what I want. Okay. I want to finish up my contracts this lifetime. I have no need to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. I have no need to have money be my God. Okay? My spirit, my spirituality needs to be my God. Not how much money I have or I don't have. Okay, in this country, we're spoiled rotten. We are spoiled rotten in this country. We don't even know what it is to suffer. But yet we read about these people that are suffering all the time. Well, that's what it is to suffer. Don't think for a minute that you haven't been there, because you have. And just be grateful you're not there this lifetime. Because this may be the first lifetime you weren't there. This may be the first lifetime you're not an immigrant that nobody wants in their country. Okay? How many of you have done the ancestry thing or the 23andMe thing, or what did you discover, Deb?
Well, I found 2 new cousins that I didn't know about. First cousin.
Really?
And they didn't know about us, but we've all embraced each other. Ben and Jerry, I call them the ice cream cousins. But I haven't gone real deeply into it. My grandmother did a lot of genealogy. I've learned that there's a lot of surprises in our family trees, and those that think that it's simple, it's not. And I also pay attention to what things flow down the family tree as far as genetically, mental illness, depression, various things like that. I've had to pay attention to that because it's impacted my daughter and other people in my family. So I think that's been the most helpful thing is more the genetic things that we.
And which one did you do?
I did ancestry.
Okay. I did one that wasn't any of those, but anyway, obviously I was from Vikings, which makes me a warrior, which I am a warrior. I've been a warrior. I'm going to be a warrior. Okay. That Viking training taught you how to be a warrior, period. We learn from our past. We learn from our past. We learn not to live in the past. Okay? We learn from our past what it is that can help us to be the better person we are today. Not to hold us in the past, not to destroy anything about us, but to help us be a better person now. Okay? So one of the things I think about quite often, because I'm a child of abuse, is that abuse went on in so many different lifetimes. As a matter of fact, this is really probably the first lifetime where people ever were coming out against abuse in the way they're coming out against it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Okay? It was just a natural part of life. Incest was a natural part of life. Men beating their wives was a natural part of life. Children beating their children. I mean, it was all just the way it was. And now we're saying maybe that wasn't such a healthy way to live. You know,
Mhm.
maybe I feel better if I'm not beat down every day.
Mhm.
Well, I thought I felt the kitty under there. So we are integrating. That's what we're doing. We're integrating. Okay. And so in that integration, we are discovering how to live in many different dimensions at the same time. Well, what do you think that means, living in different dimensions?
Mhm.
Well, let's just say we have the third dimension, the fourth dimension, the fifth dimension, the first. Let's talk about the dimensions we know about. We came in already living on the first, working in the second, the third, right? All those are our basic skills to survive. That's what those dimensional frequencies are about. Learning how to stand up, learning how to walk, learning how to talk, learning how to eat, learning how to piss off our parents. It was you, Kitty. No wonder. Okay, she wants out. Go ahead. So then our spiritual learning teaches us that the fourth dimension is the heart. Okay, everybody's got my book, knows the name of my book is Getting to the Heart. That's what it's all about, the heart. Okay, the heart is the unconditional love and conditional love. Okay, finding the balance between the two. The unconditional love is the need to be needed. And I mean, the conditional love is the need to be needed. And the unconditional love is accepting things as they are without any need around it. Okay, I love you just because you're another human being. I don't need you to do anything to make me love you. I just love you because you are.
Mhm.
That's unconditional love. Okay? So now everybody, and I mean, and I went back and I read about my own stuff that I wrote back in 2003. And I wrote about things that people are talking about that they think are happening now that I thought were happening then. Okay? But I believe that things happen over and over again too. It's not just one time that they happen, they continually happen because we're continually evolving. We're continually growing. We're continually developing. What I thought was really important yesterday, I don't think it's important today. Okay? It doesn't matter anymore, you know? And things that have become important to me, I never even thought about years ago. So that's development. Okay? But your heart is the balancer between the upper chakras and the lower chakras.
Mhm.
Okay? So when we're coming to the fourth dimension, we want to bring all of our energies of the past from the lower three chakras up into the heart where we transmute that energy. Okay? we transmute it so that we can bring a balance to it so it no longer imprisons us. And so we don't want to be imprisoned by our fear anymore. We don't want to be imprisoned by our guilt anymore. We don't want to be imprisoned by our anger anymore. All those things imprison us. If I say I hate somebody, I'm automatically in a prison. I've created a prison around that. It's already choking the life out of me. Okay. You understand that? Okay. So finding balance. That's what the heart is about. Finding balance. Understanding the light cannot live without the dark. Understanding good does not exist without evil. Understanding that, these things that we believed to be true aren't really as true as we thought they were. Okay, I always thought life had to be fair. I was sure of it. I was sure that there had to be fairness in life, okay?
Yeah.
Well, after some shit happened, I mean some major shit, Raefiel said to me, he said, whoever told you life was going to be fair? And I had to stop right in my tracks. And I was like, I couldn't remember anybody telling me that. And he said, because nobody ever did tell you that. You just decided that all on your own. He said, life's not fair. It's not going to be fair. Get over that. Okay? What is that? That was an expectation I had put in place. Oh, Debbie might be waiting to get in and I'm not letting her in. Let me see. Oh, yeah, she's been waiting. Poor girl.
Uh-oh.
Well, not only are you late, but you missed a bunch.
Oh, are you still there? I had my phone on silent.
Yeah, I was on with your phone, Deb, so I'm up with what's going on.
Oh, good, good. Okay.
So
We
I'm
better
gonna let
hang
you
up now.
go with it.
Okay.
Okay, so come back to balance. Come back to our own expectations. Okay? We cannot fulfill our own expectations if we expect them to be something different than what they really are. Okay? All right, now, this is part of the human conundrum here. All right, human beings, it's like, if you think about it and you say, okay, well, obviously I can look at you and I can say, okay, you're a woman. Now, if I was blind and I couldn't see you, would I know that as strongly as if I could see you? No. No. I would have to know from your mannerisms. I would have to know from your voice. I would have to know through certain things. Well, we have these people that are trans that think that they're one sex or another. Who are we to say that they're not what they think they are? Okay? I can't help it if that's what they feel like and that makes them happy. They're happy with it. I'm happy with it. Why? Because I don't need to have any judgments around any of that stuff. All that is the distractions in life. Okay? The distractions in life are keeping us from being holy. They're keeping us from being free, and they're keeping us from being spiritual. And this is why I'm so against the distractions. This is why I'm so against the phones and the TVs and the computers and all this stuff. Because people have used the distractions to keep them away from having to learn and understand themselves on any level.
That's true.
And so if we did think about them that everybody talks about that has this hold on us, then I would say that they're the ones that are using the electronics, okay, and so forth, to keep the human race distracted so that it is constantly on course to do whatever it is that they're wanting it to do, which I assume is to believe in money as the God. Money, power, money, power, money, power. I like comforts. I like my creature comforts, make no mistake. But understand, they only came important to me after I started having physical problems and stuff like that. Before that, I could have cared less about them. Okay, I would go out and get some cinder blocks and a piece of wood and make me a coffee table. It was fine with me.
Mhm.
I had a coffee table. It was like people could kneel around it, they could eat on it, Not, oh, I got to have this kind of coffee table or that. I was like, wow, with the coffee table, we have something up off the floor we can eat on. Okay. That's how basic I've been in my life a lot of the time. And Debbie, you know me, you know this to be true. So yes, I like my creature comforts, but more so since I'm older and I need them more than I did before. Okay, so let's talk about transformation. Where did I write it? I tried to write some stuff down so I wouldn't forget it, and I forgot it anyway. Transformation. Okay, that's a big word. Okay. Transform is to change one thing from one form into another. Okay. Okay, so if you look at, once again, if we go back to the trans people, that's all they're doing is they're transforming their form from one thing into another. That's all they're doing. Why do I have to have all these feelings and judgments around it and everything else? I'm not living their life. I'm not walking in their shoes. Why do I need to have my energy around that? And look at the politics going on in this country today. It's like they just sucked us all into not having a life at all anymore. We have no choice but to know the politics in this country. I could care less about the politics in this country. Why do I have to know about it?
Mhm.
Okay. So everything, you have to remember, if I'm going to transform myself, one of the ways I need to do it is to leave some of these distractions alone.
Mhm.
Make time to be.
Mhm.
And this is why I always say, create a spiritual space at home. Set aside that time. I've got an hour a day, no matter what, that I'm going to do nothing but spiritual reading or meditation, or even if it's taking a bath. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm not going to have the TV on. I'm not going to have the radio on. I'm not going to have anything on. I'm going to focus on myself. If I can't live with me, how do I expect the rest of the world to live with me? Okay? If I don't like me, why do I think you're going to like me? And if I judge everybody, then I'm going to expect everybody else to be judging everybody too,
Mhm.
right?
Yes.
I have company. Miss Bella is here. She's with her grandpa out there right now. That's her idol. So what are we transforming? We're transforming ourselves from being a human being back into an energy being. Okay? We are transforming because it's the only way we can remember what we were before we got here. When somebody says, and I got this, all right, I got this down now. Where did I? Oh, I know, I've got it in my, I got to figure out how to use the chalkboard and stuff on here. But this is why I say things all the time, like I am this, or I am that, or I am the other. Because it brings me right into the center of what that is. Brings me right here. I am here. I am present. Okay? I am light. I am love. I am a child of gold. I am happy. I am whatever it is. It brings me right to it. Now, the other thing I learned when I started out was write it down. Because when you write it down, you're bringing it right out here into the physical, and you are manifesting it in a physical way. Going back to that third and second and first dimension. Because I want to manifest it on all levels of my being. Okay? Not just my mind, not just my heart, not just my feelings, but my emotions. Okay? My very existence. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how I can get into where I want to get into without messing this up. And I don't know how, so I'm not going to do it. Okay. We're going to do a working today. I'm going to call it a working rather than just a meditation, because I'm going to have you guys repeat after me, and we're going to do some activation. Okay? All right. Well, what is activation? What are we activating?
It's preparing mind, body, and spirit to move to higher things.
Right, we're activating everything to work together. Okay? And the other thing I found, and this is very important, is saying things out loud is very good.
Mhm.
Okay? Saying your prayers out loud is fine. Saying your I ams out loud is fine. Okay? It's a resonation. It's a vibration of vibration. Okay, let's get started. I got my rocks. Everybody got their rocks? Okay. Okay, so we'll just do a lot of repeating after me for a little bit. I call forth the power of light that I am.
I call for
I
the
call
power
forth
of
the
light that
power
I
of
am.
light that I am.
I call forth the angels.
I call forth
the
the
angels.
angels.
Michael, Raphael,
Michael,
Raphael,
Raphael,
Gabriel, and Uriel.
Gabriel, and
Gabriel,
Uriel.
Uriel.
I call forth my teachers and my guides.
I call forth my teachers and my guides.
All those
All those
that assist, guide, guard, and protect,
that
that
assist,
assist,
guide, guard,
guide,
and
guard,
protect,
and protect,
and ask that they align their energies within me
and ask
and
that they
ask that they align their energies within me
and assist me in this process today.
and
and assist me in this process today.
I am, I am, I am
I
I
am,
am, I am
a child of love and light.
a
a child of love and light.
I am, I am, I am
I am
deserving in my own right.
deserving in my
in my
own
own
right.
right.
I am, I am, I am
I am
special in the light.
special in the light.
Holy beings of light and love,
Holy
Holy
beings
beings
of
of
light
light and
and
love,
love,
hear my plea.
hear my
hear my
plea.
pleas.
Come forth and be with me.
Come forth
Come
and be
forth
with
and
me.
be with me.
And can we do some ohms?
Oh,
Om.
oh,
Om.
ah.
I am open to receive
I am
I am
open
open to receive
the new activations
the new activation
new
of my
activation
chakra system
of my
of
chakra
the
system
chakra system
on the cellular level of my being,
on the cellular
level of my
of my
being,
being,
on the atomic level of my being,
on
on
the
the
atomic
atomic level of my being,
and on the subatomic level of my being.
And
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 on
on
the
the atomic
subatomic level of
level
my
of my
being.
being.
I am open
I
I
am
am
open
open
to receive
to
to
receive
receive
the abundance of light
the
the abundance
abundance
of
of
light
light
and love that is needed
love
and
that's needed.
and
to
love that's
restore my heart
to
restore
restore my heart
and my soul
and my
soul
soul
and my spirit.
and my
and my
spirit.
spirit.
So be it, so be it.
So
So
be
be
it.
it, so be it.
Amen.
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 I am earth.
I am earth.
Earth,
I am air.
I am
I am
air.
air.
I am fire.
I am
I
I
fire.
am fire.
And I am water.
and
And
I
I
am
am
water.
water.
I am earth.
I am
I am
earth.
earth.
I'm
I am air.
I am
I
air.
am air.
I am fire.
I am fire.
fire.
I am fire.
And I am water.
And I'm water.
And I am water.
I am that I am.
I
I
am that
am
I am.
that I am.
I am that I am.
I
I
am,
am
that I am.
that I am.
I am that I am.
I
I
am.
am that I
am
am.
that I am.
Now just feel the sun shining directly over your head. Feeling the rays of sunlight coming right down through the top of your head and out through the bottom of your feet, as well as expanding those rays all around you. Imagine yourself turning into a crystal of light, a crystal of energy, a crystal with refractive colors, shining and beaming, radiating. And imagine, if you would, that we could each connect with each other's refracting light. That our light would reach out to one another. Creating that 5-pointed star that we are. And then simply let the energy carry you to a relaxing, peaceful state of being. And gently, gently allow yourselves to disconnect from that center that we're all at, so we don't drag each other home with us. The energies were so intense that the top of my head was just, and I was like, ooh, intense, intense. So see how that helps when you say all that stuff in advance like that. You just really put yourself right into the place, into the mood itself, and it's just so much easier. It's just so much easier.
Yeah.
Than just sitting down and trying to quiet your mind when you've been going through 100 million different thoughts today. Okay, I haven't advertised next month yet, but there will be one next month.